I think you brought up how frustrated Taka looks. Now, we should mention that when television cameras pan over to the bench, they're doing it in the hopes of garnering a reaction or catching a coach in a frustrated moment. I don't know how much of Thursday Night Football you watch with the Seahawks, but they cut over to Mike McDonald approximately 9,000 times during that game because the Seahawks were getting gouged on defense, and they're like, let's see what the defensive guru thinks about this camera, right? They've done it with Tocchet a lot over the first 2 games of the season because
he's looked very annoyed.
Yes. And they've done it because the Canucks have, in case you haven't noticed, blown 2 third-period leads, something that when you talk about identity, their identity last year was we don't blow third-period leads. They were 42-1-4 when leading after 2 periods last year. So what's going on? I think the talk gets frustrated with what he considers their identity. I know that he mentioned talking about having to start going through people and not battling hard enough. And the third one is I don't think he's going to couch individual criticisms anymore, and I think that starts with Elias Pettersson.
Yeah.
Is I don't think that he's afraid of talking about him. I don't think he's afraid about criticizing him. And here's the important one. I don't think he's going to be afraid about calling him out if he's underperforming. Because we talked about it at length over the summer. Petey, you got line mates, and he's got even more new line mates now, too.
Yeah, because Sprung, you're done.
Right. They're like, you know what? We'll get rid of Sprung. Do you want us to get rid of Sprung? We'll get rid of Sprung. So they put Heinen up there now with DeBrusk and Pettersson. And I do wonder if this is about, hey, we're not going to let any, I won't use the swear word, any crap slide. Like, it's not happening. Mm-hmm. We are on a trajectory upward. We want to be a better version of what we were last year, and we feel like we should be. And that means holding a higher standard across the board. But when you're talking about identity and you're talking about standards, I mean, let's be real. You have to look at your star players and your highest paid players to set that bar and set that identity.
PD doesn't seem one of the leaders on the team by any means, does he?
He's the financial alpha.
Yeah, but you got Hughes as captain, and we all know that he's done a good job in leadership. Miller is the emotional leader, and then basically it's not good. It is not good when the Canucks give Pettersson that contract. He's 2 games into that contract, and they're talking about how they want him to work harder.